Is this thing on?
I can never get enough volume.
Never. Reverend Heskett.
Never. Ever.
You are right. You need to turn yourself up a little bit there,
Here, I'll
Kanan.
crank him up a little bit.
Yeah.
We got some volume issues this evening.
Thank you.
We'll be all right.
Okay.
No, I think you're good. I think it's on my end, dude.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I think it's on my end. Boy, we're not working as a well-oiled machine like IHC tonight. We're definitely not. We're not that put together. Ken, how you guys doing over this evening?
Man, we're doing great. How are you guys
We're
doing?
doing all right. Got Kane Mariah. Missy's back
Yes.
from
Yes.
they working the all-night shift.
Yes.
They're getting along over
Oh, working
I'm okay.
on the night shift, baby.
Right.
No. I don't think it is. It is night shift, right?
Yes, it
Well,
is
I
night
don't know.
shift. It is night shift.
I don't
You're
listen to
right.
that
Don't
worldly
say
music.
guess my country music again, woman.
You better watch your tone, Dan.
I was going to say, Kanan, she is pregnant. You probably want to be
Like, I really
careful what you
care.
say.
Oh,
Ken, you
man.
gonna die.
The ice is thin.
Oh, dude.
The ice is thin.
The ice is
The
thin.
water
I
will
like
break.
thin ice. You don't like anything. Oh,
Take
man.
all this time. All right, now where do I punch back in? What was we talking? Kane and Dave Ramsey. So you better,
Yes,
let me try it again, Kane. So Dave Ramsey, Kane.
yes. So here we go. They say I've been in left field.
So you've drawn some flack. Number one. I think we had Byron. He was the first one to call you out, and my wife just spit all over.
I'm so
This is a disaster. So you had Byron was calling you out, and then I think Texas Ben also. He sends he usually when he refers to me or you, he sends a chicken emoji and then he sends a poop emoji. So I'll let you figure out what he's calling us with those two. But then so you had Texas Ben, he called you out, and you had that was another listener actually. I just talked on the phone. I've been talking to a lot of y'all on the phone, by the way.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And,
I get home from work and he's like, I talked to this person and that person.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
for contacting us.
Ken, we just want to know why you're such a buffoon. Is really what people want to know.
Yeah, I guess I want to. No, so I guess I should clarify this after I've had so many people like
But
contact
first off,
about it.
what was it that you said?
Yeah.
Well,
for context.
I can't remember exactly what all I said. I think where I got in trouble was I kind of mixed. I mixed the conversation. We actually started out on budgeting, and then I went from budgeting into investing, and I really should have just stayed on budgeting.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to budgeting, I do follow Dave Ramsey. I think I'm the one that actually told you about the Every Dollar app, and then you actually made the jump and paid the money
Right.
to actually, and then you're like, dude, this app's amazing.
Which is
So then
rare
I
for me
went and
because
got-
I'm a cheap sucker.
I want to say
Yeah.
something about that though, because I remember there was a point, Keenan, where you said someone didn't like Dave Ramsey because they thought something about his system was off.
A lot of your big investors like Robert Kiyosaki. I just heard a video the other day of Robert Kiyosaki saying rich people don't listen to Dave Ramsey.
Right.
Now, when he
That's
says
what you
when
said.
he says rich people, I mean, you're probably talking more wealthy than just your average comfortable living person. You're probably talking more like Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, Marco Santarelli.
Multi-billionaires.
You're multi-billionaires. You're probably, those guys are not listening to Dave Ramsey. Me, when it comes to budgeting and getting out of debt, I listen to Dave Ramsey. I follow Dave Ramsey. I mean, I have his Every Dollar app, and how I got out of debt was really listening to Dave Ramsey.
Right.
So I guess what happened was in that podcast, I should have never really mixed the investing side along with the budgeting side.
I see what you're saying.
For one, I don't even really tell a lot of people that I do invest. So
Being an investor,
I
but just
should have
want to
never
let you
even.
know.
Oh, great. So anyway, I probably should have just left the budgeting and the investing altogether out. Just left it with budgeting. Because when it comes to budgeting, that's how I got out of debt. Was following Dave Ramsey.
Sure.
I read his Money Makeover book.
So what you're saying is you don't hate Dave Ramsey.
No, I don't hate Dave Ramsey. It's just when it comes to budgeting, I listen to Dave Ramsey. When it comes to investing, I listen to stuff with like Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki, Marco Santarelli, Grant Cardone. Now let's be mindful. They're all trying to sell their products. I mean, and Grant Cardone right now is probably one of the worst. You know, he wants you to finance with him, so he's always pushing his, you know, his agenda and stuff. So they're always trying. But
well, there you
but I
have
feel
it,
like
everybody. Kanan Heskett hates Dave Ramsey's investing advice.
We are going to caption this. Yes.
So yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I guess that's
Nah,
so that's what I should. I guess I should just clarify. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. I understand that. Oh, because of y'all, we hit the charts again.
Yes.
A few weeks ago now,
Yes.
and so that was awesome. Wanted to thank you all
Thank
for
you
that.
so much.
Our average.
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's
say
awesome.
average. I don't normally like to throw out the numbers for some reason, but our average weekly download is right now, I think, at 840.
That's
Which
amazing.
is not. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're not pulling Joe Rogan numbers, and nobody's getting rich.
No.
But that's way more than I ever thought would tune into
man,
us. So
you ain't a kidding, dude.
just want to say thanks on that.
So we have fans. We can
Yes.
actually say we have fans.
Well, I mean, don't get a big head here now. I mean,
I'm not
you're not
getting
holding
a
this preacher.
big-
Settle
loyal
down.
fans, but
I
they're
know.
fans.
I am
Holiness fans.
very happy that I do not have holiness fans. Yes. No.
All right.
No, we don't have those.
Back about 3-4 weeks ago, something like that.
Okay.
Actually, one of our most popular episodes at the moment was we went through the AWC student handbook,
That was fun.
and we turned Kanan loose.
That was a fun one to do.
So it was one of our biggest episodes. Well, we just happened to. We have a couple inside sources,
We do.
some people that track some stuff down for us.
We have fans. Let's just get that clear again.
I don't like calling it. I like sources better. It sounds.
I know. No,
like
they are
saying-
our fans. They support us. We support them. That's a fan.
I ain't supporting nobody, but I'm just.
We support this person.
So they sent us over some reading materials, and we have
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
what is it? What is even the name of this? What is the name of this? It's the UBC
I don't
student
doubt it.
catalog, I do believe. Student catalog, yeah. But in said student catalog, it does have some rules and regulations. What'd you say, Mariah?
It's not even the handbook, though.
No, it's not. It's not the handbook.
They don't call it a handbook. They call it a catalog, Gary.
No, because
sounds
they
better.
they reference the handbook in here.
Huh?
So there is a handbook.
So what is this catalog for? So you can order your 3/4 length sleeves?
No.
Let's see.
Okay. But anyway, there's still some good stuff in there, though, right?
No, Phil.
Oh yeah,
There
yeah,
is.
absolutely.
There was
yeah.
the
Oh, good.
Academy.
Yes, you did.
I have the Academy.
You
one.
got that too. So Ms. also has the. Is this the student handbook for UBCA?
Yes, which is actually comparable to the college one.
Okay.
Downloads. Let me go find it really quick.
Now, I have not really went through these, so I don't know. This might. I think I've glanced through them a little bit. It might be, it might be comedy gold. It might be all well and good. I don't know.
Let me share it to you guys really quick. Yes, this has been revised July of 2019.
Okay.
So tell me, is UBC and all them, are they just a little smarter than AWC and they keep their handbook offline?
I am glad that you asked that
Yes,
question because
yes.
Penn
Reference that.
View is to, if I remember right, because I went to digging, and Penn View they show on their website that they have some kind of I think it's an application form or something like that, or
Okay.
I forget what to call it. But anyways, they say in that form that they will send you the handbook after you apply. So
Right.
Oh,
what I'm thinking is
you should apply.
we need somebody to apply.
But then you have like a
Yes.
fee to apply. It's like a non-refundable $25 fee
I'll
usually
pay the 25.
that comes
I'll
with
send
it.
somebody $25 right now. They want
See, you're
get a
paying
handbook.
$25 to get a handbook.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Interesting.
It's
I'll
not
trust
worth
you.
it to me. It's just
Not
me,
worth
though.
it to you. My podcast prep would be done for probably, I'm guessing that since it's Penn View, probably about 3 weeks.
Probably
we
so.
could just
That's
keep hitting
actually
on.
kind of true.
But anyways,
That is true.
where am I even at here? I've done lost my.
I sent you the handbook for the Academy
So you
part.
got the handbook. All
That's
right,
it.
I got some of the student life section here.
Let's just jump right into this.
Kanan, you were like you didn't live or you didn't grow up around this, but you know people that went there, right?
Oh yeah, I had.
I'd say you grew up around it.
Yeah, I mean, really, I did. I mean, I had a lot of family. I got some family going there now, and I grew up going to their camp meetings, and anytime there was events, we'd go to it and stuff like that. So yeah, I was on the site quite a bit. Actually, as of 3 years ago, I think I was even up there quite a bit, staying on the grounds with some friends of ours that were working there and stuff.
And you mentioned in the past that you were looking at going to that college at one time, right?
Yes, that was where I was being pushed.
Literally for 5 minutes. He looked for 5 minutes.
Looked for 5
Yeah, I didn't want that 5 minutes, but like I literally got threatened that I was going to get like
Banned from the
family if I didn't go.
I wish they would have. I'm just joking. I would keep their word. I'm just joking.
No, I actually found one thing I found very interesting: the Penn View Bible Institute Student Handbook Agreement. Please,
That's what it is.
Please
That's what it is.
review. This is what you get before you apply. Please review the designated sections in the student handbook before signing the following. The student handbook will be sent to you after the institute receives your application for admission. Mail the top half of this form to the address below. If accepted as a student at the Penn View Bible Institute, I promise to be subject to the rules of the school governing the education, social, and spiritual life of the student body. I have received a student handbook, especially the sections on attendance, virtue, and temperance, and I agree to abide by these rules.
Temperance.
Right. I agree not to teach any doctrine, personal belief or conviction, or spiritual view or practice that is not in agreement with the accepted position of the Penn View Bible Institute.
Holy cow.
As
That's so
approved.
cultish.
I know.
Yep.
As approved by its board of directors, nor to press them upon my fellow students. So you can't even talk about these, your personal convictions
Because that
with
would
other
be
people.
construed as pressing it on some.
Because you're forcing them.
Son of a
Hebrews
gun.
13:17 states, obey them that have the rule over you and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls
there they go.
as they must give account, that it may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. In the light of the scripture, I will readily submit to those who are in a position of authority at the Penn View Bible Institute,
Readily.
as long as I remain a student there.
I start getting hot listening to that.
That makes me sick.
That is-
makes me sick. That is cult 100%.
Yes, it is.
So I feel like that once you drive on the grounds and you meet with the first staff member, they immediately slide you a cup of Kool-Aid,
Yes.
and you must drink.
And you must drink in unison.
Yeah,
Just like 1,
exactly.
2, 3, drink.
In a very orderly fashion.
Right.
I feel
Yeah.
like this is baloney. This
It
is
is
total
baloney.
bullcrap. The verse that you read there that they quote is the verse that these outfits abuse.
Yes. Agreed.
And they completely leave out what the Apostle Paul said when he said, follow me as
I follow the
follow
Lord.
Christ.
Correct.
But, oh my Lord, that's
Wow.
scary.
Instead,
too.
I follow Penn View.
The scary thing about this, though, is, and this is awful, guys. I agree not to teach any doctrine, personal belief, or conviction, or personal view or practice that is not in agreement with the accepted position of Penn View.
Not
that-
the Bible, the accepted position of Penn View.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
was my whole point of this whole thing. They
Wow.
are teaching their opinions, and there was nowhere in this thing about the Bible at all.
No.
They left
No.
out the Bible completely, and they want their opinions, the views, the accepted position. So I have to accept that their position is greater than the Bible? Think about it that way. They are saying that their position is greater. So if Penn View, let's just say it, if Penn View were to say, we think this is what the Bible means, and they're completely wrong.
They are completely wrong on a lot.
Exactly. So they're saying that they are more powerful than the Bible. That just ticked me off. Like,
That's where they put themselves, yes.
I don't even want their handbook thing. That enough says it right there that they are crazy, crazy, crazy.
Wow. It's kind of sobering just to hear it spelled out like that. Like
yes.
Yeah, really, that is. Wow.
It's disturbing. Do not send your children there because they obviously are more about their opinions than they are about the Bible. I am learning exactly where not to send my child.
They just.
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that one.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot to take in.
Okay, so we're going to talk about
They're
UBC.
not usually. They don't usually just flat out say it like that.
The fact that they want you to sign on the line saying that you will not even talk about your own personal convictions, God-given convictions.
Well, Kanan, me and you talked about this some last week, me and you and Mariah as well, that they will then, where they would get you, miss, is they would say, well, you signed agreeing to this.
Exactly.
So you don't want to break your word,
I mean,
right?
BMI did the same thing. They make you sign a paper, like, for if you cannot agree by these rules, you will relinquish your membership. But I mean, they do the same thing. It's all about controlling.
BMI, there's a real gym.
Yeah.
Oh my, yes.
Do not send your children there. Do not send your children there. Do not send your children there.
Okay, you good?
Yep, I am good. I have been damaged by them, and my dad.
This sounds like she
my
took
dad
one of my
even
pills.
apologized.
So I think the agreement that Penn View has right there speaks for itself.
Yes.
Look at Penn View and run the other direction. That is baloney.
Right.
But this is AWC we're about to go through. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been through this. So
UBC.
I'm sorry, UBC.
We already did AWC.
Yeah, we already did AWC. Let's go through some of this and see what we got here. So we'll just dive into it, Kanan. Like you said, there's social conduct. Okay. We at Union Bible College feel that social life is a very important element in developing Christian character. Reasonable efforts will be made to allow for proper associations among our young people under circumstances conducive to the development of spiritual life. Reasonable. I don't like the way that sounds. Anyways, therefore, regulations governing social life, as stated in the student handbook, we need to figure out how to get one of those. This references that there is an actual student handbook.
Ooh.
Are carefully and prayerfully what cringe. The associations of our young people are to be maintained with the highest principles of propriety. We expect our young people to be appropriate and Christ-like in all relationships. No dating privileges will be given to new students for at least 4 weeks after enrollment. Why, Phil? Kanan, why? Nobody freaking knows is the answer. Sorry,
No
Kanan.
one
I stepped
They don't
over.
even really know, dude.
They don't know. For at least 4 weeks. So let me go on here. Our students are to be good stewards of their time and not loiter or be involved in idle conversation.
That is so broad. Again,
What in the heck?
What are they talking about? Idle conversation. Talking about someone's dog?
Well, I would, if I've not done my research on this, but when I hear them say that, like you said, it sounds broad.
Right.
So basically, Kanan, it seems like to me, you could be talking about a high estate and somebody could say, well, that's idle conversation,
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed.
That's true.
Next one, personal appearance.
Oh.
Students are to dress modestly, as is becoming to scriptural holiness. Both men and women should refrain from wearing gaudy, transparent, tight-fitting, or otherwise immodest clothing. Jewelry, including bracelets, beads, necklaces, and rings, is not permitted. One of the things jumps out to me just here at the very beginning, become to scriptural holiness, and then they list all those things off right there, and they have nothing to do with Scripture.
Right.
They give us some references. Anybody got a Bible handy?
Yeah, right here. It's over here.
Mariah's got one. All right, 1 Peter 3, verses 3 through 5, Mariah. Let's see
I
what
love
their
how we're
backing
so
is.
dignified in business. Like, we are like 1, 2, 3. We're going to point at this, that, and another.
Hit me.
Now, this is the NLT version. This isn't like King James
Oh.
version.
Oh, well, that's basically the devil's handbook.
That's it. We're done. We cannot use that one.
Now, go ahead.
This is GBS's handbook.
Okay. Don't be concerned about the outward beauty of fancy hairstyles, expensive jewelry, or beautiful clothes. You should clothe yourself instead with the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of the gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to God. This is how the holy women of old made themselves beautiful. They put their trust in God and accepted the authority of their husbands. For instance, Sarah obeyed her husband Abraham and called him her master. You are her daughters when...
That made me chuckle.
Oh, my.
When you do what is right without fear of what your husbands might do.
Okay, so this is my thing. This doesn't have anything to do with this. But Sarah had to call him master, but he could go whore around and produce other children with other women. What? Excuse me, what?
Why is this not still legal?
I mean, it's not
legal.
I'm talking about in the CHM, doggone it.
It is.
It's just hidden.
Well, that is true.
Okay, next one is that they give 1 Timothy chapter 2, verses 9 and 10, Mariah. You got it, miss?
Got it. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works.
Is that King James Version?
Yes, that is.
Give me something I can understand.
Blah, blah, blah. Which version do you want, baby?
Anything other than that.
NLT.
Okay. And I want women to be modest in their appearance. They should wear decent and appropriate clothing and not draw attention to themselves by the way they fix their hair or by wearing gold or pearls or expensive clothes. For women who claim to be devoted to God should make themselves attractive by the good things that they do. Let me just say those are good verses. They are very, very good verses.
Good verses. They do not say what they say that they say.
Okay, I was going to say
that was really unclear.
they twist things. Correct.
It doesn't say what they think it does.
Women should learn quietly and submissively. I do not let women teach men or have authority over them. Let them listen quietly, for God made Adam first, and after he made Eve.
The verses that they're using, does it say that you can't wear bracelets or beads or necklaces or rings or jewelry of any kind?
No, it does not.
It does not say that.
It says
it's talking about
expensive.
Right. And I believe that expensive, it's not good, and I'm too cheap to enjoy it anyways.
And if Donald Trump wants to buy his wife Melania a wedding ring or that he's had like every single year for the rest of their marriage, that is their right to do so. It does not say it's wrong.
Donald Trump, in my opinion.
Exactly. Might be different than expensive to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly.
I feel the same way, and that's something he's got to work out. That the way I look at it, this stuff here that they make their rules for, it's none of their business.
Right.
It's none of their business.
Right. Agreed.
And they flat out right here. What we've just shown you, we've given you the scripture verses. They have twisted that scripture.
They have twisted it. You're right.
To just make a complete prohibition on those items.
Right.
When that's not what it says at all. It's talking to me. What I get when I read that is that it's talking about the focus of, like, if you're putting it on, like, oh man, look at me and my
to show off or stuff like that. And see,
Just
and that's where a lot of people get crazy with their outfits. Just because you can buy cheap stuff from Walmart doesn't mean it's going to last you for the next 5 years. If I go buy something for $200, it's more expensive, okay? But it's going to last me. I have a pair of boots that's like 5 years old, and they are still as good as the day that I got them. Like, there's quality in buying something that's more expensive. So, like, whenever they're talking bad about you here, and you want to talk about being a steward with money, like good money, is if Mariah wants to go buy herself a Michael Kors bag, that's like, $200. Is that better for her to have that one bag instead of 70 other ones that cost as much as that one bag when she really just wanted that one bag?
I would prefer the 70, but that's fine. No, we're just kidding.
But you see what I'm saying, though? It's quality. No. We're not buying junk.
Quality over quantity.
Right.
Okay, on to the next one. Women are not allowed to cut their hair during the school year or
but they do.
Summer vacation.
Uh-huh.
They are to put their hair up neatly and simply. Women who begin the school year with short hair must let it grow. 1 Corinthians 11:2-16. Which, I don't know. Do we want to take the time to look up all these? I mean, do we just give their...
How many
Yeah,
is there?
let's go.
1 Corinthians what?
1 Corinthians 11:2-16. That's going to be I feel like
That's a lot.
I feel like we've
11,
addressed
2 through
this one
16.
at one time.
No, I can just reference it really quick because here they are talking about how a woman who dishonors her head without having a covering. So whenever they say, like, your cut hair, you are cutting your covering, so therefore you're dishonoring yourself. There's such a broad misunderstanding of this whole Bible verse.
Verses there, so we got something for people to reference.
But since it is, if she refuses to wear a head covering, she shall cut off all her hair. But since it is shameful for a woman to have her hair cut or her head shaved, she should wear a covering. Man should not wear anything on his head when worshiping, for man is made in God's image and reflects God's glory. And a woman reflects man's glory. What?
That one actually said that it's a shame for her hair to be cut, right? Because the King
It's shameful
James,
for a woman to have her hair cut. That's what it says right there. That's the NLT. You want King James?
Yeah, give me that one for this, because this is the one they always reference.
Okay.
Give me the one about the shame.
Okay, for if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered.
So with that they're talking about shorn. The NLT, interestingly enough, I need to look into why.
Yeah, it says
It says cut, not
says
shorn.
cut.
Shorn to me is different than trimmed.
But see, okay, that goes along
Isn't
with
shorn like a sheep?
That's the way I always took
shaved,
it. Yes.
right. So shorn and shaved. But
I don't know.
wasn't that if they were a shaved head, it meant they were like a prostitute or something?
You're asking the wrong person about that. I
need to look up Natalie's version of that because she's looked up a lot of things.
Yeah, she's putting
Where's
some
the bell?
stuff on this.
Give
as
her
well.
a ding, ding, ding.
So yes, according to the King James that I've read, they don't have a leg to stand on with this neither. As far as I feel that there does need to be gender distinctions in the way that we look, but a woman trimming her hair does not all of a sudden make her look like a man.
No.
Sorry,
absolutely not.
And whenever they want to use that verse, it was talking about how men would try to look like women. They would grow their hair out to look like women so they could escape like battle. They would not be like held captives because they look like women. They would be able to escape being killed.
Right.
So like there's so many different reasons why that isn't even fitting for what they're using it for.
I like that as well, the way that they put in there that during summer vacation, you also must abide by the rules. It's somebody
if you
told
keep
me.
reading down in verse 13 starts off, judge for yourselves.
Yes, that one has baffled me as well.
It says, is it comely to that a woman pray unto God uncovered? Again, we're talking about different cultural times here, okay? And I don't know why when people say this, well, God's not changed, so we're not changing either. Whenever God he did change a few of the things he said. He made Peter, he said that whatever was unclean was now clean. And he told him to take and eat. Okay. So we're talking about different cultures here, different times. There are things that change. God is the same, but when they're talking about God being the same, he is the same with love. He is the same with forgiveness. He is the same with when it comes to being the light of the world and the bread that we eat and the water that we drink. He is making us not thirsty for the bad things in the world anymore. So whenever we're starting to do this whole God is not changing, they're wanting to take a part of the cultural side of that. And that's not what God is referring to.
I let me push back just a little bit on that because I don't know what is cultural and what isn't in a lot of what Paul said. That's what makes like some of this I don't know exactly because I have heard that. I've heard really good convincing arguments that hey, he was writing to this specific group of people at a specific time.
Right.
That's good. I have a hard time just throwing that out there as okay. Now I don't have to follow this because it was cultural, and I don't know enough yet to know the difference between.
Well, and that brings up, I'm going to bring it up. LaDonna, when she was talking about it, you have to make it a matter of prayer and meditation and studying just to make sure that you are doing everything. Cause work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's where that comes in. We're not just throwing things out. I know you say throw things out, but you're not meaning it as just throw it to the wind without even thinking about it. Oh, I gave 2 seconds to think about this and I'm throwing it out. That's not what you're meaning.
You're talking about. What do you mean throwing what out? Like our traditions and stuff?
Right.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not throwing things out just because, that's how we feel. No, we actually take things seriously and pray about them.
Right. Let's go on to the next one. This is the one here.
Okay.
They don't even try to put a Bible verse with this because there is none. Men are to have their hair cut so as to be off the collar and ears. Conservative hairstyles are to be followed. Beards and mustaches are not permitted. Who's the big hero of the conservative holiness movement? Oh, the OG,
Charles Spurgeon,
the MOG.
Charles
No,
Spurgeon.
the first one, number one.
Jesus.
No, well, I mean,
is.
They'll take him on their good days. I mean, it depends on what mood
That's
they're
true.
Is it John Wesley?
John Wesley.
Ah.
Guess who didn't have their hair off their ears and collars?
He had flowing hair.
Yeah, he did.
He had long hair.
Also, I'm pretty sure that there's a petition going around. If they raise so much money right now, then the president will get a very noticeable fade in his hair.
Really?
What?
How much money do they need to raise?
$2,500.
Oh, that's it.
Well, they can take my next paycheck. Go ahead and take my next paycheck.
Let's get old. Let's get old. Let's go. Get old. Sienna Buckler fade.
No, his haircut would be a very noticeable fade.
Well, that's not.
So we're talking military, military fade.
No. Like very stylish, like a deep fade from up to.
Okay, so why
Like
is
a
that
fade.
okay? Why is it okay
Because
for?
it's not a conservative haircut.
Oh my goodness.
So, and with them talking about like beards and mustaches are not permitted, that is so freaking.
Okay,
and they want to go
now,
on.
I
They
will-
want to talk all about the whole gender distinction and all that, and then they're telling, "Hey, men, one of the things that is very visible to prove that you are a man, you're not allowed to have that." Makes no
Okay,
sense.
let me say
Yeah,
this
it's
though.
true.
According to the academy side of it, okay, it says right here, hair must be short, clean, and neat. Unless authorized, faces are to be kept clean shaven. So you can be authorized to have a beard.
Sound like this is also in the academy, which
This
is
is
what
the academy side of it,
Yeah,
and I'm
goes up to
comparing
high
that
school.
to the what you
12th
have over
grade.
there. I find that interesting. Why
Yeah.
is it different for teenage kids?
this is the. This here is flat out ridiculous. There's no reason for this.
Right.
I've even heard them say, actually, the current president there now say that this is not biblical, but he compared then UBC to being kind of a holiness boot camp, he called it. And he said, I wouldn't be looking for this rule to change anytime soon. Okay, then what good is it? What good is this rule? What are you teaching people?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just there. It's just filling up space on a page. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Are you like trying to now? The only argument I think that they could have is like, okay, so you're dealing with young people. So most young people in today's age, they don't hardly want to comb their hair unless they're beards. That's the only argument I feel like they would actually have if they wanted to try to use that, but they're not going to be able to use that with scripture.
No.
Right.
For the
No.
beards and the mustaches.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Women's skirts and dresses must be well below their knees when they are standing or sitting. Skirts and dresses can be neither tight nor having an open slit, so they can't be tight
Oh
and they can't
my
have
god,
splits
they
in them.
took the fun clean out of this.
Necklines are to be modest. Sleeves must be well below one's elbows. Well below one's elbows. Why is that? Why is that? I would like to get one good answer out of somebody in the CHM as to why elbows are such a
Matter.
big deal.
Why do
They look like
elbows
boobs, man. Come on.
matter?
Well,
All elbows matter.
honestly, I want to know.
Oh,
I've heard that from several people, and I would, but I would like to pin somebody down on it.
Right.
I would like to get an actual honest answer from them about the elbows. I've
Yeah.
never heard it. I don't think I ever will. I don't think there is a good answer about it.
Yep, that's true.
Men are not to wear trousers that are too tight or too short. They're required to wear a coat and tie to class, chapel, and school functions when announced. Now, here's the thing, okay? To me, this contradicts with their first rule. Whenever you start looking into the scripture, when we look up the scriptures that they gave, which are the 1 Peter 3 and 1 Timothy 2, where it talks about the jewelry and all that.
Uh-huh.
One of the things it also mentions is costly array.
Right.
You know what's freaking costly?
A suit jacket.
Suit jacket, suit pants, a shirt, and a tie.
Yeah, it really is.
Yep.
You know, when I've went to all these camp meetings, and I've said this before, but I firmly believe it. I know I've looked at the prices of freaking suits,
You have. I know.
and they're expensive as heck.
Right.
Oh, I went to go get one for Kanan for Caitlin's wedding. Legit, I couldn't find one under $300 for a jacket and pants.
I believe it.
And I
Unbelievable.
said, screw that. I'm going in my birthday suit, doggone it.
Dude, absolutely. I mean, and so they
Best kind of suit you got.
it's another example of them not being consistent.
Right.
Why are you demanding someone be in costly array on one end and then saying you can't wear the stuff that's not even costly, like my
Do you-
wedding band, which is $35?
Do you know what these colleges need to do? They need to make a
Close.
union.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, close. They need to make a union.
Union Bible College.
You
Done.
want me? Yeah, exactly. You want me to wear a certain outfit? You provide this outfit.
I like it.
Yeah, because that's what they do for unions with nurses. If they want you to wear a certain outfit, they are required to provide it.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's funny to think about because that's actually the same with my work. They provide my outfit.
Yeah. So
I mean, my whole job
Provided my whole
Yeah.
home office.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
obviously,
Like if you-
personal conviction
yeah.
does not matter because, like, they're willing to say you will not push your personal convictions on someone else. You will abide by our rules. Okay, then give me the outfit to wear. Why are you not providing the outfit? That's my question.
I mean, I legit had
Somebody tell me they don't know why they were going, and they are still there, but they don't know why.
That is so sad.
I'm like, okay, well,
Oh, that's to make family happy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's to make family
That's
happy.
so
I
sad.
can definitely see that.
Because that's the only reason I was even entertaining the idea of going to Bible school was because make family happy.
You're scared for your life. You're like, okay, so
Yeah.
you're going to tell me that my parents are going to be mad at me? They're not going to love me anymore?
Yes, exactly. Tell a 15-year-old kid that. A 15-year-old
yes,
wants
no.
to act like he's all macho. I tell you what, 15-year-old kids are just 15-year-old kids, and that was a scary thought. Is to think my family's not going to like me anymore, have anything else to do with me.
Yeah, because we're taught to do exactly what mom and dad say to do. You're going to do this, you're going to do
Exactly
this,
right.
you're going to do this. And the moment you're like, okay, wait, so if I don't do this, you're going to get mad? Like, I don't want my parents mad. Like, yes, you're right, Kenan.
Boy, and talking about how people go there and like you said, Mariah, they don't know really why. I don't think this actually teaches people, especially people that age, to be good stewards of their money.
No.
Yeah.
Because I had somebody tell me, let me find it here in my notes, that their cost when they went there, which would have been about 5-6 years ago, was $2,500 per semester. This was including room and board. And then they told me later, they said, oh, actually, I think it was double that because that was what, like the work study program or something.
Oh.
So if that's the case, we're talking at $5,000 per semester.
Wow.
For somebody, and let's face it, most CHM families were like all of ours. We ain't rich. So if you're spending $5,000 per semester, that's $10,000 a year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. I didn't have
$10,000.
I still don't have $10,000 just throw around.
Listen, that's terrible because that's not including summer school. With summer school, with my degree, do you know how much money it was for me to go to AB?
This is right off the top of my head, no.
Like all together, it was $40,000. Okay. I also got some money back. So I'm subtracting the money I got back. Okay. That's terrible, Phil. I could actually go and get an education for that degree.
Well, and again, this is based off of what we found here. Weren't you able to find the actual price one time per semester on your phone, Miss?
Let's see. For Union Bible College?
Yes. Go ahead, Kenan.
Well, and that's what I was going to say though. Is the same thing as like you ask most people that come out of like any Bible school, not just UBC. You ask them like when they come out, like, so what are you going to do when you get out of here? Well, I don't know. I've been thinking about going to Purdue, Ball State, High University, to do this. And it's like, why didn't you do that in the first place?
Right.
It's like, so you're telling me you're not going to be a song event? No, I don't have that calling. So you're not going to be a preacher? No, I'm not going to be no.
Also,
what about a children's rate? Nope, not going to do that either. It's like, oh, so you literally went just to hang out. Cool.
and none of their credits transfer.
Yeah, another credit transfer. Like,
this is sad.
You have sincerely wasted your time. Go
And money.
And
go
money,
get yourself
yes.
a job. Go get yourself a job. Listen to Dave Ramsey and start a budget and start making money. There you go.
Okay,
Right.
so the school is a not-for-profit, right?
The
The CHM groups are usually not-for-profit.
I'm guessing so, yes.
Okay, so this one says that 2022 tuition and fees are the same as they were last year. Okay, you ready for this?
Yes.
The 2022 tuition and fees for Union Bible College are $6,230 for their students. Now, listen, after all of this, the net price after receiving financial aid, tuition, fees, books, and supplies cost, including the living, $8,896.
Is that for a year?
I'm not sure if this is for a year. It does not say. It says the average amount because it says the average amount for other schools, not for profit, is $12,500.
So then it would be a year. That would be per year.
So
I think that is
they're
per
coming
year.
in cheap, but they're still
But it's still
but
expensive.
you're getting nothing for it. Is what and I know there's people that will say
You're not going to get a degree out of it.
Right. You can go
Unless you plan on working there.
now. Are they
could do
accredited,
that.
Kanan? Like through something
No.
that actually they're not. Okay.
They are. They kind of, but like they're like. So how was it? We know somebody that their credits were supposed to transfer, but they basically cheated them out of it. Honestly, like they didn't get the credits. So it's
tell
kind
me
of like,
this:
so
if I
are
went,
you guys accredited or not?
if I went to UBC and took their teaching program, could I teach in a public school after I got out?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
No.
that's all I need to know.
For the student that lives off campus, $14,822
Why is it more to live off campus?
because you have to pay for rent and everything.
Oh, they're figuring all that in. Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
I was just
Okay,
adding it in
gotcha.
here.
But now, Phil, why would you want to teach in a public school, though, after you just went to UBC? Come on, man. Those are the devil's schools.
Let me finish up these two things here on the personal appearance. All students are expected to be neat at all times and clean in dress and habits. Students should not follow worldly styles and fads that are not becoming to Christian principles. Boy, there's a sentence that could be just twisted to all kingdom come. No student is permitted to wear short sleeves. Again, boy, they felt so strongly about that. They had to put that in here twice. The school reserves the right to judge if one's appearance is appropriate.
Oh my goodness.
Additional explanations are in the student handbook, so there's more. These regulations are to be followed during all vacations, including the summer.
Wow. So they make sure that you're not going to wear short sleeves even while on summer break?
Right.
Right.
That's crazy.
It makes no sense, guys.
Let me just say this. They do offer, it says, a FAFSA. So for them to get public assistance, they would have to be accredited to one point, right, guys?
Well, this is a course catalog here, so let's see what they've got.
Because it says right here, you must file a FAFSA, which can be filed online at .gov and have the following information on hand. This is on the UBC site because it has their school code and everything.
But they don't accept government assistance, so they don't have to abide by like the government rules, if that makes sense.
I see.
Oh.
So like, yeah, they might be like unaccredited, but like if they don't accept government assistance, they don't have to abide by the government's rules, which means they don't have to transfer their credits.
So they can get the money, they just can't transfer it anywhere else.
Bingo.
They're saying, oh my gosh, that's terrible. These poor children have no idea.
Listen to this. Now, this might be run-of-the-mill, and some of the more cultured individuals in our audience might be able to tell me if I'm just straining at a gnat here, but listen to this in the admissions policy. Attendance at Union Bible College is a privilege and not a right. Continuing attendance is therefore contingent upon the full cooperation of the student with the officials of the school. The school reserves the right to request the withdrawal or dismissal of any student who apparently is not benefiting from the programs and objectives of the school, regardless of the keeping or breaking of any specific rule of the school.
Whoa.
So you could keep every rule, and they can kick you out.
So if they're not happy and you mention anything, like for example, I can mention that I think it's okay for me to cut my hair. I'm just randomly mentioning it. Okay. The fact they can kick you out for any given reason.
If they
feel
this,
it
they
necessary.
see that you're not benefiting, which we all know they could twist. That can
That
mean
is such
anything.
a broad term again. Okay.
They can request you be dismissed. You could have kept every single rule.
Because it says
and
right
doesn't
there,
matter.
regardless of whether or not they're abiding by rules.
Mhm.
That's disturbing, y'all. Oh my gosh. The full cooperation of parents and students attending Union Bible Academy is therefore expected at all times. Lack of such cooperation will lead to student discipline or dismissal. The parents even have to do that.
Full cooperation of the parents as well.
Full cooperation of parents and students attending Union Bible Academy.
How about you pick a cheek and you start kissing it? That's no. That's retarded.
They can get the Hershey syrup and pucker up. I'm tired of it.
Absolutely not. That's
So
baloney.
they're saying that the parents have to kind of abide by those rules as well?
Have to
That's what
have
it
to
says
go
right
along
here.
with whatever they say. No, guys, no. Heck.
Oh my goodness. Well, there you have it.
That's
folks.
just a train wreck.
There it
That is
folks.
just a train wreck.
Somebody did tell me too about that there's something, what is it called here? It is called collateral reading. And it's a list of approved books that you must read, like in addition to everything else. They sent me the specifics on this as well.
What, idle hands? That's what they're wanting to make sure you're not idle?
They said they were trying to remember and confirm. So they thought that the collateral reading was 500 pages that they had to read.
What?
And it had to be like specific commentaries. Can you imagine having to read it?
You're reading a commentary? That's awful.
The person that told me this said they thought that was for the freshmen, and it went up from there. So like as you progressed in college, you had to read more pages of school-approved, Stalin-approved reading materials. Well, I don't know. Why'd we do this episode, guys? I mean,
because it's concerning. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
These are little children who are being taught exactly how to live their lives
What's adults
based
there?
upon
You got
how they feel.
You got the UB, or the academy, which you're reading from.
Yes.
And you're looking through. This here is the college as well. This is nonsense.
My thing is it's your college age and you're being treated as a juvenile. It's like, I mean, goodness.
I just want to go over just a couple of things in this one because it talks about like the outfit. Okay. So it says right here, boys and girls must wear clothing distinct to their gender. Girls are not allowed to wear slacks or any other masculine
This is for
clothing.
the academy, right?
Yes, this is for academy. Boys are not allowed to wear feminine apparel. I'm glad they made that clear. Okay. Shorts are prohibited. Sleeves should extend below the elbow. Clothing should not be form-fitting, gaudy, or immodest. Clothing that exposes undergarments is not permissible. So only closed toes, closed heel shoes are to be worn. Recreational clothing may be worn for recess as long as it complies with the criteria above. No jewelry, real or fake, is allowed. And no form of makeup or nail polish is permissible.
The prodigal son is
That's
out.
not
He
true
cannot attend UBCA.
He cannot. And they do let their girls wear makeup. I've seen plenty of girls that have makeup on.
And have jewelry and all that
Scandalous.
fun stuff. Okay, so boys, this is what they're allowed to do. Socks that cover the ankles.
What?
Socks
Why
that
does that
cover
matter?
the ankles. I know. That's what I thought. Are to be worn at all times.
You see my ankles, kind of.
Hats, yes.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
By the way, is your toe growing?
It has
Do you
at least a
believe
half
that it
inch.
has?
Oh, that's right. You were supposed to believe that toe would grow. Yeah. That's a throwback for way back. Yeah.
Okay. Hats and caps are not permitted in the class, chapel, cafeteria,
'cause
except
this
for
is
special
1800.
allowances. Hair is to be kept short, clean, and neat. Unless authorized, faces are to be clean shaven. I find that very interesting.
I like all 5-year-olds to be clean shaven. Yes.
Girls are to present themselves as ladies at all times in accordance with the following. All dresses or skirts should fall below the knee when sitting or standing. Wraparound skirts are not permitted. Open splits are not permitted.
Why
Hose,
wraparound skirts? Why? What's the?
because it
Because
could
they
gape.
could fly open.
It could fly open.
It could.
One
fly.
could only hope.
Is that what you hope?
So a wraparound skirt could fly open. So therefore, you can't wear. Well, my pants could fall down too. I mean, there's a whole lot of coulds here. What does that mean? I can't.
With a little help, I can make that happen.
Dance ball with friends.
Ah. All right. So open splits are prohibited. Hose, knee-high socks, or knee socks are to be worn at all times. Casual knee socks are only permissible for recreation. Elementary K to 6 schools are allowed to wear ankle socks. What is their obsession with ankle socks?
Somebody got a foot fetish. Is what's going on over there.
Someone thinks my ankles are sexy. That's the problem.
I'm seriously talking about somebody back in the
Ankles
day.
are sexy.
Yeah,
Ah.
somebody back in the day really liked them some feet. Go
Oh
ahead,
my
miss.
goodness. Necklines must be modest. Hair must be kept clean, neat, and pulled back from the face. K through 6 schools, or grade schools, girls may wear their hair down. All other girls must wear their hair up. A simple braid is permissible for all girls.
Permissible. You may, if you're nice, and if we don't change our mind.
Yeah.
Any form of media that is contrary to Christian character is prohibited.
Okay. Yeah. Agreed. I just don't think we're going to have the same definition.
I think me singing She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy is allowed.
Because you're a sinner. Anything else on there?
That's all I pretty much have, yeah.
So that was UBCA. We went
That was
through.
UBCA.
Okay. The reason I think that we do this kind of thing is this is legalism.
Yeah.
This is legalism on display. There are many people that have felt kind of whipped into submission with this stuff. And listen, we understand. Nothing against you. If you want to do these things, that's fine. But it's when people are forced.
Yeah.
And, it's drilled into them. Hey, if you want to come, because they would, like the whole culture was, man, we used to hear all the time, I think every young person ought to spend a year at Bible college.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then you'd go to Bible college and they would be like, oh, yes, since you're here, follow all these legalistic rules that we have. and it would just be drilled into you, and you'd be treated bad if you didn't follow them.
But the thing is I'm surprised there are so many that just fall right in line with it.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm just like, so I mean, if you guys want to do that, hey, that's fine.
But,
be my guest.
But
Me,
Kenan,
I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Kenan, what is the reason for falling in line and doing it though?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm just saying, there's so many these kids that do.
Right.
I mean, they just.
Well, we used to.
It gets popularity.
We thought it was. I mean,
you're not considered.
College.
You're not bucked against.
That is true.
We all thought if you're convinced that it's right, and I think
then you go
a lot of these people are.
Yeah.
Everybody good? You good, miss?
Can we talk about really quick the South African guy that farts on his people to heal them?
Are we sure this is real?
Yes, I found multiple articles about this. I'm not kidding, guys. I am not kidding when I say this. This literally is a thing. South African pastor farts on congregants to heal and cure them. Literally, there's a picture.
Farts. Use some of those.
Pastor Christ Penelope of Sevenfold Holy Spirit Ministries.
Wait, what's his name?
Christ Penelope.
His name?
Literally.
The dude's first name is Christ.
in Siandi Village in Giani, Limpopo, South Africa, is known for farting on his congregants as a means of healing and blessing them. The pastor in South Africa has created social media buzz for his unconventional way of healing his followers. Pastor Christ Penelope of Sevenfold Holy Spirit Ministries in South Africa is known for farting on them and blessing them.
Are we sure this is real?
Yes. Photos of him. There's actual pictures of it. Photos of him sitting on people's faces. Pictures of him sitting on people's faces is doing rounds on social media while people claim he farts on them. I don't fart on people. I heal them, he reported to the
Sounds like a church that Steve Moon would be the pastor of.
People claim that the air from his flatulence does not stink, but is holy, the outlet reports. The church has been flooded with visitors to witness the unorthodox pastor in the wake of rumors, but the pastor said that the things that people are saying are not true. They hear things and believe them, he mentioned. He said that what he does is not by flesh, but by faith, adding that he sits or stands on his followers. They do not feel any pain as the Holy Spirit is in charge.
Oh, really?
That must be where the term holy sh came from.
2 sources from church who wish to remain anonymous revealed while others did not mind the unusual ways, they were not happy with it. A 30-year-old man shared he came to church for prayer and not to be farted on. He thinks that the pastor is doing what is not right, and Penelope should ask God for another way of healing people.
Man, I would agree.
Pastor Howard Swick, don't you get any ideas?
Yes, this is not allowed. Another 40-year-old woman said she stopped going to church as that was not what she signed up for, as she needs prayers and not farts. Other pastors are condemning Penelope's behavior, saying that he should not be sitting on people, regardless of farting on them. Bishop Miso from Meadowlands claims that these are exactly the deeds that the Bible warned us against, and that when the end of the world is near, people would do things that will shock us, and he advised these people to make their ways right before the Lord.
Wait, so
which is great. He's actually being called out by different people.
Yeah, in a way, but that sounds crazy. So a guy is farting on somebody as a sign of the end of the world? I don't remember that one for the Book of Revelation, but I will take his word for it.
So listen to this.
There was a man on a brown horse.
So let's hope, in every sense of the term, his congregants are able to turn the other cheek.
Now, that's unreal. This ain't real at all. I'm hitting the music button.
Literally, it's a picture of it. I promise. Yeah. No, listen. It is not just this example of touching cloth that has been kicked up a stink for this pastor.
This ain't real.
No,
miss.
Listen
to that wording.
Listen.
What is this?
His congregants are told to eat snakes to test their faith. He also then went on to anoint his followers with condom oil, suggesting that ceremony would
with what?
Condom oil, suggesting that the ceremony would help provide salvation for his long-suffering subjects. The pastor continues to pastor and practice in the Sevenfold Holy Spirit Ministries.
No, he doesn't.
His newfound fame might not serve him well. However, he has a loyal fan base that does anything he asks of them.
He doesn't. This is fake as can be. There's not a chance in heck. Miss, you've been duped.
You better leave this in there. You have to leave this part in there. I want the comments. If you believe this is real, message me. If you believe it's fake,
There's
message
no way
Phil.
that can be real. There's no way that can be real.
If you are partial, message Kanan. If you think we're all crazy,
Actually,
message
just
Mariah.
send my messages to Kanan as well. I don't think I want any part of this. Don't forget the Cafe Press store that we have up now. CafePress.com /.
Go get yourself some
Hillbilly Broadcast.
shirts.
Get you some stuff with our likeness. And,
Right.
And some underwear
but no graven images.
with my face on it.
We're getting some underwear with Kanan's face on
If there's a
it.
demand for it, we'll do whatever it takes to turn a dollar. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
All right, everybody good?
Yes.
All right.
Good, man.
Love y'all.
All right.
We love you guys.
Love
Peace.
y'all.
Bye.